it's time.
All right, here we go.
The Cocktail Show.
Get ready to have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I like that.
Hello, testing.
Welcome aboard the Dreamliner.
It's the only way to fly.
Wow.
I've allotted 1 hour for recreational activity. There's no time for irrelevant conversation. Fun will now commence.
Cocktail Show.
Gary.
Here's a young speaker who is really in demand.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary.
But wait, there's more.
I'm the guy.
Finger gun. Gary Meier.
3, 2, 1, 0.
It's GarrForce anchor Todd Pickering welcoming you to the Garry Meier Show Cocktail Hour live. Live.
Cocktails. Ooh, drinks.
We're streaming live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central.
On Friday, January 3rd, 2025. And of course, no matter where you are, it's time for a digital mimosa. As I've done every January since the Cocktail Show debuted, I've refreshed the opening graphics just a bit. Share what you think down in the comments. And since you're here, you know that the only place to stream along live is
The GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel.
YouTube. Subscribe to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
All of the past editions of the Cocktail Hour can be replayed on the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
Please like and share the show on all the social media channels.
Comments during the live show, wherever we are streaming, can be seen in our virtual studio
And we may show them on the screen.
and or talk about them.
Thank you for your attention.
Now, fasten your seatbelts. It's time to go wheels up on the GarrForce Live.
Live!
Live. Here we go. On America's podcast. Boom. Shaka. Thank you, Ellen, for that fine introduction. Ellen, you're like the people who produce Leave It to Beaver every season, every new season, that have a different opening for Leave It to Beaver. And I'm liking the opening now for 2025. Thank you. Let me do a few things here so we can get started. Let's get the tires out, and then we're going to light them up. But one more sequence happens on the Cocktail Show before we are wheels up. And that would be Leslie removing her wine condom. Pee-Pee Santa has been put away for the year.
He has.
Fine performance.
Which one came first on Gilligan's Island? Where they used to go, the Professor and Marianne, or where they went, and the rest are here on Gilligan's Island? Do you remember? They changed that one up too.
I can't tell you because I didn't watch Gilligan's Island like that closely.
You know, I didn't like those. They seemed like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, well, think about it. Yeah.
I couldn't take the stupid from those people. And then when the freaking Globetrotters showed up and they didn't leave with them, what the
Right. A lot of people showed up and left, and they're still sitting there going, what happened?
Meanwhile, the professor can build radios out of coconuts, but can't manage to like reach anybody important with it. But anyway, I'm trying something new, courtesy of our friend Doggy Boy. He sent me a Christmas gift because he knows what I love.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a Riesling, and I like this is not a wine I would buy for myself, but I'm going to give it a try because they tend to be sweet. But look at the buildup on this thing.
That looks like it's going to pop.
Because it's 2025,
3,
kids.
2,
Happy New Year.
1, make it.
That
is a
was
good sign.
one. Cheers.
Yeah. I hope the cat wore goggles.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
That could have taken an eye out.
I should have filled some in there before I started sniffing the glass, but
that bottle is pretty.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good, pretty bottle.
It's drier than I expected.
All right.
Oh, very pretty. It's A to Z Oregon Riesling. So there you go. Very nice.
I like my humor and my basement and my Riesling dry.
Don't we all?
Well, cheers. Welcome to a new year. And I don't know about you. It's the dead of winter, and I got to be here every Friday to get through this. This is just now bad sledding for weeks.
Not that you were, making me nervous or anything, but how did you describe this season? It is the time between New Year's and suicide. Is that
okay? All right. All right.
And we should put a disclaimer. for those of you who are feeling that sort of feeling.
That's why you come here. If you're
yourself.
okay, let me set this up first. Many years ago, a friend of mine and I were talking, and I said to her, "So how you doing? How you feeling?" And she goes, "My mood is somewhere between Christmas Eve and suicide." And what she meant was that's as wide of a spectrum as you can get. So you want to keep it as close to Christmas Eve as possible.
Exactly.
But if you start drifting to the suicide, you get some help here.
Course correction is necessary.
Come here, and we'll gather and get our spirits up together. That's what I meant.
That's it. So,
okay.
Yeah, we do not take those things lightly. So please don't call our bosses. Oh, wait, we don't have no bosses.
Okay, I want to see who's checked in here on the comment section.
Oh, Ellen's starting to run the crawl. Oopsie.
What happened?
I don't know. Is this
did he
where
say?
he's looking for a new job or something?
No, let's not start the year like that, Alan. That's how we stopped last year. Come on, man. All right, Kellyanne first in, and she sets the pace car. I've already blown one New Year's resolution, but I divot to save my schnauzer, and I did it to shave my schnauzer. Holy crap!
Save my schnauzer.
See, now I see Kellyanne, and my mind wanders. Well, if you blow a resolution, you try to get back on the horse.
That's what the resolution says.
Martin, British Columbia, he's here every week, and we appreciate that. A lot of regulars that we have. Brian Sheridan from Oh Yes, and they're going to perform in February. We'll be hearing from them again. January can be dry. Schnauzers should not be. Cheers to 2025 GarrForce. Yes. Mike, wishing everyone a high fact, low friction 2025. All right.
Very nice way.
Friction. I like it.
Yeah.
David, it's fun to glean glitter and tinsel off the schnauzer. Happy New Year from Oaklawn, Illinois. All right.
Yeah, and if you flocked your schnauzer, definitely want to scrub it.
Yeah, start cleaning that thing up. Dale, Wheatfield, Indiana. And Greg from Dacula, we call it Georgia, or Dacula, whatever. And Sandy, Happy New Year from the West Michigan backwoods area.
How is it to be in the backwoods this time of year? It's either got to be absolute bliss or, oh my gosh, this is the setting for a horror film.
Those are your two choices. Christmas Eve, suicide. Wide span. Okay. Samantha's here every week. We always like to see her. I have my mocktail of orange juice and cranberry juice. Yes.
I've been watching more Hallmark Christmas movies because, you got to get them before they go away or before they come back in July or something. But Lisa Whelchel in one of those holiday classics with a name that is super forgettable. But I started watching it, and then I realized I'm getting miffed with the main character because she didn't call my man Garry back. So it was I was so conflicted.
Yeah, that's one of those, tried to get her on the show, worked hard to, she said yes, and then the day before we were going to have her on, her people called, she's got to deal with some family stuff, and we'll get back to you in a few months. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. That's the brush off if I've ever heard one.
It's not you, it's me. I'm serious. I'm so sorry.
She does this show on MeTV, Collector's Call, and she visits these people that collect a lot of whatever. And I saw the promo for the one that's running this Sunday. These two guys, they must have had thousands of these dolls of whatever, like alien dolls and that kind of stuff.
Like the kind our friend Bill Leff has, or something like that.
They're bigger. Those are little in a case. These are
these are like baby doll kind of.
Well, doll like Black Lagoon dolls and those creature dolls.
Oh,
and they're all over this room. And I'm thinking, and after you look at them once, what do you do with this? That's what I would have asked Lisa.
You comb their alien hair, and you dust them off, and then. Yeah, I don't get it. I've never been a collector.
And to give up that much square footage for this stuff when your house is probably 1,100 square feet, 300 square feet of it is to these doll's eyes.
Staring at you all the time.
All right. Kevin, hey, happy 2025 from NWI, Northwest Indiana, checking in. Hello. And Bradley is in Scottsdale, AZ, 79, mostly sunny. It's getting down there. It's getting down to comfortable. It's January. It's 80. Charles from WRLR in Gurnee, Illinois. Keep the schnauzer near a fireplace, but not too close. Yeah. Keep it warm, but safe.
It's going to start here in the Chicagoland area. Going to get really cold because, it's January. So.
Well, Tim is going to echo a little bit here. Yeah, I saw this forecast. Big snow coming Sunday downstate Illinois and across the whole middle section of the country. Ice, snow. So time to get the bread and milk. Got to get the bread and milk. Got to get the bread and milk. Central Florida. So, Alan, you're very comfortable.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
Yeah, 58. That's your temperature.
There's a possibility of snow this week. It's pretty remote, but here
in Orlando.
Really?
Yeah, they're talking about it on the very long range forecast, a possibility of flurries, although the later forecasts are starting to play that down a bit.
You're going to get some Snow White. Okay. All right. I know
if we get our friend Dieter Sturm down there, we can guarantee he can have some snow, but that's about the only way.
Who else is here? I see what's that name? Shy Gal? Happy New Year.
Shy Gal, yeah.
Shy. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, Sue in Lake in the Hills, Illinois, my schnauzer is shivering. Yeah, you got to warm that up. People, warm your schnauzer.
Yes.
Yeah. Mike and Pat, Lake Barrington, Illinois, checking in from Orange Beach, Alabama.
Oh, well, that's someplace new. That sounds cool.
Orange
Are you
Beach.
on vacation, Mike, or have you decided to leave Illinois like so many others?
Bill, he's in Glendale, AZ.
Oh, speaking of Arizona, 2 weeks ago, maybe closer to 3 weeks ago, our winner was Chris from Arizona, and I apologize. With the holidays and everything, your prize kind of went out late, but it went out, so you will be seeing it soon. And
okay, you always get them out eventually.
Catherine from last week, yours is in the mail too.
Okay, I see Donna and Deborah and 525 Lines from Valparaiso, Indiana. It's cold. Yeah, the whole thing is cold from the middle of the country up. And we all, I think, around the middle part of the country and up had a really decent fall, early winter. We kind of lucked out. And then on a switch, it goes. And here we are, plunged into snow and ice and cold. Snow.
Yeah. Okay.
Snow. All right. Well, what are you going to do? You know, we could have moved, I guess, at some point. We didn't. And we're going to complain about it. All right. We were talking in the half hour we gather before we go live. And then Todd Pickering, our Puerto Rican doorbell, tells us it's time to go. At least our Puerto Rican doorbell's working. Puerto Rico's usually don't because their power grid is crap. And I talked about this, I believe, on the T show, where my friend who lives down there texted me New Year's Eve, hey, the whole island is dark, all our electricity is out. And I said to him, hey, why don't you come on the cocktail show and we can talk about it? He goes, oh, I can't do that. I go, why? Because the people that are natives here, they don't like us if we haven't been born here. And I don't want to expose myself to anybody. It's like, wow.
Isn't that so interesting? I mean, on so many levels.
Yeah. They don't like it if you don't speak Spanish all the time. And so he wouldn't come on.
Necessario, but it wouldn't hurt, I would think. But still, he went there legally, right? I mean, he signed the papers and everything.
He's not hiding out from the authorities. He's living
it
down
wasn't because his cartel left him there.
Right. No, it's legit. But I didn't know they were that weird down there about everything. Tim said he's put his Vera Ellen waist away already, but that didn't take long. And Karen, 77 days until spring, if you're counting.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Seems a long way away, but the way time flies.
Okay. We were discussing a couple things in the pre-show, as I was starting to say. Leslie and I both agreed there's a sliver of daylight that was out our windows that wasn't here a week ago. Right. So there's something there.
Yep.
I mean, it's not much, but we'll take it. We're going in the right direction.
Oh.
And we also got into this jag about walking to school as kids. And Leslie told this very sad story where she would walk to school with this friend who had polio, and kids would make fun of her for the way she walked.
They would look at her funny and giggle and stuff like that, but she was such a sweetheart. She still is a sweetheart. I know she may very well be watching this show at some point, but yeah, it was only kindergarten, and that was the only time we got walked to school, and she was maybe in 6th or 7th grade, so she was, a grown up for all practical purposes to this little kindergartner. But really sweet, and made sure that I went from door to door. But by the time I hit 1st grade, I was going to a different school, to St. Matthias then, and you walked to school by yourself. That's all there was to it.
Yeah, we talked with Ryan about his son, who's 8 now. Is he 8, Ryan?
He's 9.
He just turned 9. Just turned 9
Yeah.
about a week ago.
Right. And we were bad parents and thought he had chess club and he didn't. So he calls me from the office. I don't have chess club. What should I do? I said, walk home. Well, you're not home. I said, I'll be home in 5 minutes. Well, it was more like 20. But he got home and he was kind of like all freaked out. I don't want to walk home again by myself. And
Wow. Okay. That's what we're talking about here.
Yep.
He's 9 years old. He's 4 blocks from home.
Yep.
It's daylight.
It is.
And that's how protective we are of our kids now,
Yeah.
where when we were kids, 7 years old, I'm walking 5 blocks to school and back, and no big deal. And you didn't have to worry about everything you have to worry about now, which is you go anywhere and you hope you don't get your tongue pulled through your keister.
I don't know that it's any more dangerous today, or that it was less dangerous
perception.
back then. Because there were creeps in our neighborhood
Right.
who tried to lure us into gangways and do really obscene, horrible things. But I guess, too, like, parents just didn't they had 6 or 7 kids, so we got a spare if one of them
Right. What are we going to do? We're busy.
Yeah.
Mom didn't have a car. It wasn't even an option. Yeah.
The rock banders moved away. There was a house that had some kids that looked like they were in a rock band, and he called them the rock banders, and he was always scared of the rock banders. So they even moved away. So it should have been an easier walk for him. But
So you get home and he's verklempt because he had to walk 4 blocks.
he actually called me on his iPhone and said, I said, just do what you need to do. Should I lock the door? No, you don't need to lock the door. I'll be home a little bit. When I had the neighbor
just ordered a lift.
He could have, but I had the neighbor watch
I'd like a
him
black
walk
car,
by,
please.
so he was fine.
Doesn't matter what color they are. Come on. But
there is a premium to be paid for fancy black cars. Trust me.
Yes. And okay. The fact is, whether it's hype or a perception, the optics, and it's not as dangerous, any more dangerous than it was 50, 60 years ago. That's the way it is. And these kids don't do what we did in the way we did it. That's true.
There is a story that's gone national about this mom. There was she was taking care of some issue with an older kid. The son, maybe 10 years old, was supposed to be home, decided, I'm just going to walk into town, small town. Some neighbor saw, the police were called, and now she is facing negligence charges for allowing a 10-year-old to walk a walk that he has done time and time again.
It's crazy. And in your day, Leslie, you could walk home as a 7-year-old and make fun of somebody with polio, and we were all fine with it.
It's just the way things were back then. Yeah.
But
we would have
next. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we had a drunk guy in our neighborhood who was drunk every afternoon, and we would roll him. It was called rolling. you'd go up to them and shake them down for any pocket change. And that was just part of our day. The town drunk, like Otis the drunk. And that was no big deal.
Wait, that's a big deal.
It is now. I know it's wrong.
Drinking money.
Because there was a blind guy in our neighborhood in Lincoln Square, and he used to have, I mean, seriously, Grandma, somebody was saying, nice story, Grandma. But I mean, he actually had a cup with pencils in there, and you could put a quarter in and take a pencil. And then I'd heard stories that people would steal his pencils. I'm like, oh, nobody would do that. And apparently, I guess if the Myers boys were around, they would.
I just went with the flow. It seemed like the thing to do. And you would roll the town drunk. I know it's cruel now, but we didn't know. It was the 50s. Everything was fine.
When you weren't out tipping cows, you were rolling drunks.
Yeah.
But with Hank, the other thing is, but when this past summer, he got on his bike and rode a mile across town to his grandma's house without telling us. So the bike's okay and the walking's not. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, I don't know how you can deal with what's going on as a parent with young kids, because now you're thinking, I got to protect them, and that's good. But how deeply do you protect them where now when they're an adult, they can't do anything by themselves?
Right.
Yeah. Are these the same kids that you that peed in your eye? Was it that same young toughs that you
Okay. One of my classic stories, it's in rotation. I've told it a number of times. As a lot of kids did back in those days, I played the accordion. I was in a band, and we would rehearse with individual people in the band when you could. And these two brothers invited me over to their house to practice with them down in their basement. I think whenever you go down in the basement, there's the chance that something could go wrong.
Ask John Wayne Gacy. Yeah.
Right. Always stay on the ground level or go upstairs, upper level. And
well, so that's where a rumpus room. I mean, if you were wealthy enough to have a rumpus room.
A rumpus room.
Rumpus was going on down there.
We were doing some rumpus. So it was one of those unfinished basements that are still very popular in the Chicago area. And so we practiced for a while, and we're taking a break. And the one kid said, hey, see that piece of plywood over there with the hole in it? If you look in that hole, something really cool is there. And as a kid, you're thinking, well, it's probably a nudie picture because that's what boys do. And I go over there and I put my eye in there, and the other brother had snuck over there and he peed in my eye. So I was so freaked. Yeah. And that's where the googly things kind of set me off. So I was so freaked out. I threw my accordion in my case and I dragged it home. It was about 5 blocks. I think it was sparking on the sidewalk from dragging. I was so freaked out. I must have made it home in about 5 minutes and washed my eye for about an hour.
And then his mom came down in the girdle. No, that was
that's a different story.
No, wait.
Holy
Did
shit.
you tell your parents?
It happened in the basement too, Garry.
Yeah, in the basement. Oh my God, so many basement stories. I need to see probably a psychiatrist now that I unpack these stories. That was a different story where I was with my friend down the street and we were swimming, and then we came into his house and his mother said, why don't you go down and wash up in the wash? They had these big tubs in all these basements in Chicago. And she said, go down there and wash up. So, okay. So he's in one tub. We're naked now, and I'm in the other. And she comes walking down the stairs in her bra and girdle. And I'm sitting there. I'm about 8 years old, 9 years old. Swing. No. So she comes up to me and she goes,
no, swing.
And she sees that I'm looking at her. Well, how could I avoid you? And you're a grown woman walking around in a bra and girdle. And then she says to me, doesn't your mother walk around like this all the time? Oh, boy. Where's my accordion? Where's my accordion?
Oh.
Yeah.
This is why Garry owns slab houses to this very day, or he lives in apartments way, way up in the sky.
Yeah, I had to stay way above ground after that. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
Oh. This is going to sound very weird.
like nothing we've heard so far.
And it's kind of flowing into this. My mother-in-law is calling me. So there's nobody else home but her.
You have to go.
So can you vamp for a couple of minutes? Because she wouldn't be yelling if there wasn't something wrong.
No,
this could turn into another classic story.
TCB, Gary, take care of business.
I'll be right back.
Yes. But do take off your microphone because we, probably should not be hearing anything that goes on in that.
Do you want to set up the prize? Do you want to go through the prizes?
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea because then we can do it leisurely and not wait till the end of the show. And when Gary comes back, we'll figure out
or if he comes back.
But anyway, as he mentioned, we're going to have Oh Yes coming up pretty soon, but Oh Yes is with us in spirit every single Friday in one way or another, including with their Oh Yes t-shirt. So we're going to give away one of those. I have other Oh Yes gear, including a couple of koozies, a guitar pick, and some bracelets. So we're going to throw those in. Ooh, I should tease also that there's some Oh Yes swag coming up in the next couple weeks that you've never seen before and you probably will never see again. So keep that in mind. Tracy from Wisconsin, she's our Slinky mama, has provided us with Slinkies and bendables, gliders, and ball lickers. That's one of the original prizes here on the show. I think this came from either Greg or Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles, but a Pabst Blue Ribbon patch, classic. Fortune telling fish. Let's see. Oh, a necklace courtesy of our own Ryan here.
From Hank's birthday party.
Hank's birthday. Yep. So you get a gorilla necklace. Oh, and it's a long one. I'm sure it's adjustable, but yes, very stylish. Alan provides us with our GarrForce refrigerator magnets, and finally the prize that started it all, your very own wine condoms. So everything okay?
Relatively.
Okay.
This is why we do the cocktail show. We're not just making this up because, we have to kill some time on a Friday. Why do I do this, Leslie? I don't want to do it.
Gary,
why do I?
You do it because you need to.
I need to. And if I don't,
you tip over.
I'm going to tip over.
It proves we're absolutely live.
Yeah.
What we did do is show everybody what today's giveaway is.
Oh, okay, good.
Stick around for the rest of the show, Gary, and you can see what they win.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
Okay.
Or you can go to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel and replay this episode anytime after we're done.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Please like and subscribe, and tell your friends to like and subscribe too.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Where were we in the program? I'm a little rattled, but I'll get back to it.
You know, we didn't get the show notes for today, so it's wherever you want us to be.
I know. Well, no.
Did we pick a hashtag?
We'll do that in a minute. Here's what I want to talk about. Have you noticed that Bourbon Street is open again? And that was what, 2 days after the atrocity? And I'm thinking, this is like Jaws when they wanted to shut down the beach for the 4th of July. And the mayor didn't want it. I don't want to see the Kittner boy spilling all over the dock here. They didn't want to see the Kittner boy spill it all over Bourbon Street. We got Mardi Gras coming. We can't have anything shutting this down.
I know they had some B squad doing reporting early on, but it was like a good 36 hours later, and somebody said, yeah, we think they've removed all the bodies now. And I went, what the heck?
36 hours later.
We'll leave them out there for a day and a half. What the heck? Well, we want to take some more Instagram pictures. I mean, what the hell?
Oh, God. Really? They can't have those streets that secure 2 days later. Because I would put in bollards that are permanent and everything. That would take some time. But they got to get Mardi Gras going, and they're not going to lose a dime on anything.
Apparently, and what did we say? In the immediate aftermath, I said they need those cool retractable bollards. Well, apparently they have those cool retractable bollards. They just weren't using them this time.
Because
so I guess they want lubing them up for Mardi Gras. I don't know.
That's what she said. But why? This is when you use them when there are a lot of people on a street on New Year's Eve. That's what the bollards are for.
Right.
But when that police superintendent, who looks like Miss Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies, said he got around our barricades, and I'm thinking, well, no, that's not a barricade. That's an obstacle. See, get your terms right. A barricade is where you can't go past it. An obstacle, no, it's an obstacle. I'll get around it. But a barricade is a barricade. They didn't have them. Now you're telling me they do have them. They just don't use them if they don't feel like setting them up.
They were down for repair, or they were doing some, preventive maintenance on them or something. We're not getting the whole story yet. Miss Jane hasn't shared that part of it. But yeah, they had them. They just didn't have them when they needed.
Right. But then you didn't have them. Okay. That's like the Jeffrey Epstein story where the security cameras, they had been broken for a while. Well, you got a guy here who might be on suicide watch. Yeah, we're going to fix him next week. Right. But where's the security guard? Oh, he was on a lunch break. Oh my God.
And how they sold this. Sleepy.
Yeah. How they sold this, I don't know, but somebody sold somebody something here. Yeah. The security guard, where was he? He was at his lunch break. What about the security camera? They haven't been working for a while. Okay. I get it. Yeah.
And there were some visitors and some changing around of cellmates and stuff. But don't worry your pretty heads about any of that stuff.
Boy, that is...
Jackie Childs would have a field day with not having the bollards up.
Oh, yeah. They didn't have the bollards up? No bollards. You're going to get a lot of money. I'm going to give you a lot of money.
Say bollards. Let's all say it together.
Let's say bollards. Can you say it? It's a fun word. When they show the video of that psycho making the right turn, he's going down that, and he makes the right turn on Bourbon Street. It didn't seem like there was anything in his way. He got the flasher on and a right turn on red, and here I go. Who's running these towns? Anybody? I mean, really?
Police superintendent is.
Yeah, you got Miss Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies telling us that the barriers were there, but he got around them. That's not a barrier. I'm going to show you a barrier here. I'll show you a barrier.
Stop. Don't come this way.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Really? This is why we drink, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we gather every Friday. We need this real bad. Boom. Tip over. Ryan, you experienced some oddities this week, as you usually do. Anything you want to highlight? Any gas station encounters?
Well, from last week, I never talked about. I've never seen someone use the thing to clean your windshield inside the car. And the man dipped it in the water and went to town inside. And
inside? Oh, God, that's so dirty.
All over his dash. And then I thought, what's he going to do? Then he drove the car up to the door and then went in and got a bunch of paper towels and was trying to clean the windows. But yeah, he took it wet and went like that.
I get creeped out using it on the outside of the car because I know, and I wear gloves when I pump gas and use that squeegee. I'm not touching that cootie thing, and that's way before the pandemic. I thought, how many people touch this? And that like water, they change it never. Ugh. That water is so dirty, but if you need to get some of the grime off, you use it in a pinch, but not inside.
In the car. I think the car had some scent of weed and some cigarettes, so I think he was just trying to. And then I think the other night you thought I was a little goofy. I was at a gas station and they called 84. Customer 84, the shower is ready. And I
yes, you did a long text about, I wonder what truck stop showers are like.
Truck stop showers are like, yes.
I thought maybe I should go see what a truck stop shower looks like. And I think you told me to go home and go to bed.
Yeah, well, I think you were hallucinating at that point. But you're curious now. You're truck stop shower curious.
Yes. So that might be a report. I might have to go deep inside the truck stops and see what a shower is like.
So where do they sit waiting for their shower number to be called?
Just kind of in the lobby, and there's like a number that pops up. Customer 84, your shower is ready. Please report to shower stall number 3. And
wow.
Now, I've been to campsite showers where you have to pump quarters in to keep the water flowing. So I imagine it's something on that order. I don't
know.
see like fresh terry cloth robes and slippers.
Do you bring soap? Do you bring
I see a shorty shower door. Like sometimes they have those shorty stall doors.
Dreams of those.
Yeah, a shorty door.
Have those dreams like in a bathroom where the shower stall is down
it's
around.
It's a shorty, and that's what I picture in these truck stop showers.
Oh golly!
I'd rather use a squeegee on myself than go in there.
So Ryan, I think for the sake of all of us who just need to know.
Yeah, I might have to explore one of those. So
go undercover.
Please.
Go undercover. Put my hat on and my headset and look like I'm a trucker and go in there and request a shower.
Let me guess that showers number 83 and 85 do not want you bringing a video camera into this.
I don't know.
Yeah, your shower sandal camera.
There you
go. So that was I think I had too much on the road that day.
And Karen said, "You've been to Buc-ee's. Did they have showers?"
I did not see anybody for showers. This is more like Love's and Petro, and those are the ones that are the ones I see the showers at.
Well, so I was in the Buc-ee's, like a huge Buc-ee's in Tennessee.
They're all huge.
Well, some are bigger than others. That's
seriously?
What she said. But anyway, they are known for their phenomenal restrooms, if nothing else. And I have to say, that is a sight to see. You go into the ladies' room, and there are easily 30 stalls, and they're floor-to-ceiling doors on those.
Yes.
They do not have the shorties. And they have a light system. So when you get in there, lock the door. It's kind of like on an airplane or, any number of things where a light goes on. Shit, never mind. But
a refrigerator.
Anyway, red and green lights, and so there were some green doors, and behind the green door, who knows what's going on there. But
did they have artwork on the walls? The men's restroom has art.
Very clean, immaculate. That bathroom. So I would imagine if they have showers, they would be.
They don't, because someone said they don't allow truckers there or trucks there. So that's true. They wouldn't have.
Don't the truckers go on the other side? They don't have. Oh, really?
No, not allowed. Go to Love's or Petro or somewhere else. There it is.
This got me a Buc-ee's magnet.
Nice.
I'm a bucker. I'm a mother bucker. Yeah. All right. So your New Year's Eve was good. Anything happened New Year's Eve, Ryan?
No, we're trying to get everybody get back into going to bed early, since we have Snickers, the new hamster. He doesn't want to get up and play around till about 10:30. So Henry and them are up till like 11 or 12, and we're playing with the hamster. And I just want to go to bed. And
okay.
Can I ask, is there a new smell in the house because of a hamster? Like they have wood shavings in their little enclosure.
It's like paper, because wood shaving produces dust, and they could be allergic to dust. So it's like paper.
Oh,
and you fill up the bowl.
Lactose intolerant too.
Yeah.
Come on.
Listen to the last two sentences of your run there, Ryan, where you are interested in truck stop showers, and and Arnie the hamster. What's his name?
Snickers.
Snickers.
I like Arnie though.
Snickers didn't want to play on New Year's Eve.
No.
Whoa. Okay.
I just wanted to go to bed. But a lot of people in the neighborhood were shooting off fireworks, so that went till about 1:30 in the morning, and they weren't just little; they were the big M80s, and boom, it sounded like 4th of July all over again.
And if Snickers does play, what does he do?
Well, Jamie and Henry sit on the
accordion. Well, we go full circle.
He plays the accordion, and then he looks in a hole, and then oh god.
Jamie and Henry sit on the floor, and he runs in between their legs. They make kind of a figure eight with their legs, and
okay. Snickers.
I go upstairs with the dog, and I'm done.
The dog is probably so disgusted with this tableau.
That is a tableau.
So my every day is a tableau. I wish it to be days that it would be just calm, but it isn't.
Well, you being in Cheeseland, big game for the Packers. in that they need to win to do something in the playoffs that would help them. The Bears are toast. They're playing the Bears, and the Bears are roadkill. They can't lose to them for a lot of reasons.
Did you see the Packers coach got a $100,000 bonus because he did so well again? I don't know what team they played and killed them. So he got a $100,000 bonus, and he got a rare jewels set to celebrate his upcoming birth of his first child.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that was a big deal. I guess they don't give coaches $100,000 bonuses. I don't know. It was a big deal up here, and I'm going, really? Okay, but they never went into what the rare jewels were. I mean, was it like
I'm going to find this. I think you sent me this picture several weeks ago of the Packers coach from many years ago, and he got all the team's players' wives mink stoles one year. I mean,
I don't know if I sent you that. Would I have sent? I'll have to look for that. We'll have to look.
Was
for
that Newt Rockney or one of those?
No, it was. Who
like
is
one
that?
of those big names that we're supposed?
I don't think it was
know?
Vince.
Yeah, Lombardi.
Vince Lombardi.
Was it Vince Lombardi? He would wear a tie. I have a photo that I didn't send you of he'd go to the game suit and tie and said, "What's wrong with these new coaches now that are dressing casual?"
Yeah.
I got shorts and Uggs on in another 2 years. That's going to be it. Shower sandals. What the?
Yeah. Nobody dresses up for anything anymore. I gotta find that picture. I'll find it.
People are asking us to give a hashtag. So can we just?
How about hashtag Snickers?
There you go.
Thinking the
same. There you go.
That little hamster. He's so loving.
Not a gerbil. Someone said something about gerbil. No gerbil.
No, that's Richard Gere, and and that was a lie. It was a dirty, dirty lie.
I do. Do you want to do pictures now, Gary? Or
yes, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm still looking for that. I got to find it because it fits so well into our little discussion here, and it's so funny to see all these women with the mink stole around. I think it's Vince Lombardi.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. This is a leftover from this first picture is a leftover from last week, and if someone wants to, you want to see it in action, you can Google Santa bubble or something, and it pops right up.
I explained a week or so ago that when Leslie was using PP Santa, the Walt Disney of Weather, Tom Skilling, saw that, and he said, "Oh, I can match that," and he sent video of Santa here that blows bubbles out his ass. That's what he does. So now we'd like to play the video, but Alan said if it's licensed or whatever, we would get flagged. So where should they go to see the?
You could just search
Santa.
You could just search that bubble Santa bubble or any of those words that pops right up. It's like the first link. They're all free. You can buy them. They're for sale. So they're pretty easy to find.
I can die a happy woman knowing that Tom Skilling gets a gift for Christmas and it's a Santa that blows bubbles out his keister, and he goes, "You know what? I should call Garry.
Yeah, I like when people think of me when they see weird shit like that. I love that.
So I got to.
Nobody's going to be able to look at an accordion this week and not think of something.
Or a hole in a piece of plywood or anything.
Yeah. This is another retro picture that probably was popular. This might be the 60s or 70s. I saw it there.
Yeah, explain what this is.
It's someone posted. They said it was their aunt or something after a party or during a party. She laid down and they put it like a thin layer of plastic and then put all the
smorgasbord on her.
Yes.
Wait, you guys, she's the inspiration for that thing where they do it with models and sushi. There was a place where they, and this was only a couple of years ago. Look she's an innovator. It's really gross. I wouldn't touch any of that food, but wow.
And then they take a gas station squeegee when she's done and just clean her up.
And she's got even a thing of beans by her there. I mean, she's going all out.
Yeah, she's all out. All right. Whoa. Okay.
Kids, go to bed.
This one.
Okay, this
Martha
Stewart
and
Snoop Dogg relationship. I know it works well for her because she gets street cred, I guess. But I don't know what it does for Snoop. I don't know why he needs her. But they do a lot of stuff together, and you see what they're doing there with the Bic lighter.
One is
light the
lighting
candle
a
and something else.
And the other,
something else.
Something else. What does that say next to Snoop?
Something else and more.
And more. Yeah. Okay, Martha.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what this is.
Listener Anna sent me this picture because I was talking about who would go to Times Square and stand there for 12 hours. This is some device that you hook up like that, and then when you want to sit down, you just sit down and it activates as a chair.
Wow.
Very nice. I could see how that might work. It's really unbecoming. I mean, but
no, who cares? But for comfort, instead of standing for 12 hours.
Yeah. So speaking of comfort, this is the perfect thing for Times Square.
$75
allows concert goers to pee themselves in mosh pit.
Yes.
Oh, it's very stylish.
Oh.
Yes.
I think one of the Village people wore that as part of their costume.
And yeah, you want to have that guy passing over you at the pit when he's filling his diaper.
And if you read down here, it's hard to say. It says it comes with some Depends build. I mean, it comes with them as part of the package.
Well, so yeah. Otherwise, what's the point? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that on a rainy New Year's Eve, people were arriving in Times Square, and then they weren't allowed to bring umbrellas. They made those. Meanwhile, Anderson Cooper and Andy are up there with really stylish umbrellas, and these poor schmucks who've been there for 7 hours and 45 minutes now. No umbrellas for you.
Leslie, the Planet Fitness hat didn't keep any of the rain off of them?
I guess it would keep it off. Well, not much. But you
they look like they're made out of cardboard
even made
this
out
year.
Of foam.
Yeah, they look cheaper than before, which is hard to believe.
I couldn't watch it. I felt so uncomfortable with standing there and watching the people get wet and knowing how miserable it was. I changed.
Hey, nobody put a gun to their head unless they wandered a block away.
Home.
Yeah.
And then they got shoved down to some train tracks. But hey, New York's still a lovely town.
Bourbon Street is open. The good news is we don't want that Kittner boy all over Bourbon Street. Now clean this thing up. We got Mardi Gras coming. Really, what has happened to our little country? Because it's only 48 hours later and they're worried about, commerce. The guy just plowed down how many? 14, 15 dead, 30 injured.
15, yeah.
Shootout with the police. Get Bourbon Street open.
By the way,
speaking of,
they did. I had a picture on one of the news sites. I forget, but not a real warning or anything. But it was him, and he was dead. He was dead, and they didn't pixelate nothing. It was like maybe we should do. And I guess in Mexico, that's what they do. Like when the cartels are carrying out their mayhem, they're like, let's not sugarcoat this. Let's make people terribly afraid of the consequences.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
I got this. Was sent to us by Brian. Speaking of commerce, look at what's already out.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, the Valentine's stuff is out because somebody sent me a picture of that 2 days before Christmas. They went into a store and the Valentine's display was out. Brian goes into this store and they've got the Easter stuff out.
Yep. Screw Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Let's get to. And he said that Easter is late this year. It's late April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, it's January 3rd.
Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, not until March. So there's more chance for NOLA to try and sugarcoat this any which way they can.
Yeah, they want as much distance between now and March as possible. How's 24, 48 hours to get the street open? Yep. How does that feel? Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
I got one more that I found online. Horn oil and blinker and headlight fluid. Everybody says, go check your blinker fluid or your horn oil's low.
What?
That's a dad joke. Like when your kid's learning to drive, they send them into an auto parts store and tell them to get a headlight oil.
Fluid or horn oil. Yes. So.
Yeah.
I saw that going circulating around the Facebook.
That's like the time my brother was in town and he wanted my mother to book his return flight, and he said to her, "Get me the rodeo flight for the way home." And my mother, being, I guess, that naive, called the airline. Yes, my son would like the rodeo flight. And she thought it was something. And the woman on the other end, what's wrong with you? The rodeo flight. Okay.
Wow. That's when you could call up and book it right there.
Yeah, the old days.
The old days.
When we had people.
Yeah. So,
okay.
That's it.
All right. Alan, let's do some sponsorship love, and then we'll come back and start wrapping. We'll get some stories from Leslie, and then we'll hit that button. First, Bettenhausen Automotive.
Get the best sales and service experience now at Bettenhausen on 159th Street in Tinley Park. Bettenhausen has a new look, but the same automotive DNA lives on. Get Bettenhausen's no-hassle, no-haggle buying experience. Whether you're looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or reliable certified used, Bettenhausen has the vehicle for you with over 900 to choose from. Plus, our state-of-the-art service department is here to keep your vehicle at top performance. Showroom and service scheduling never closes at BettenhausenCDJR.com.
And if you're looking for a mortgage, a refi, any of that stuff, David Hochberg and his team. They'll give you a free consultation. They're licensed in 43 states. Those are the numbers there on the bottom of the screen. David is a good guy. He'll take care of you, save you money. All right, Leslie, you have some stories?
How about this one out of California? California highway patrol officers were in for a big surprise when they pulled over a Rolls-Royce for driving erratically. In addition to the visibly intoxicated driver behind the wheel, they also discovered a large amount of cannabis and a baby spider monkey in a onesie riding shotgun. 27-year-old Ali Mused Adel Mohammed was arrested on the spot for driving under the influence and possession of cannabis with intention to sell. As for the monkey, the 1-month-old was taken to a local animal shelter until a more permanent arrangement could be made for its care. It will not be returning to the care of Mr. Mohammed, since spider monkeys are considered an endangered species and therefore illegal to keep as a pet.
Imagine if you were driving by this scene and there's Mr. Muhammad with his hands up against the car and the spider monkey in the diaper with his hands up against the car too.
We just have to make sure that you're not packing little
monkey.
And this is the other story that caught my eye, because those of you who are acquainted with the podcast and Garry and me, you know we are really anal retentive. And so this is the perfect sport, apparently, for anal retentive types wishing to get some exercise and rid the world of garbage. It's called plogging, a combination of picking up litter and jogging, and it's now gaining traction as an international competitive sport. Plogging got its start in Sweden in 2016 and has been growing in popularity across Europe ever since. Often played in teams, contestants are scored on a combination of distance covered and trash recovered. Says one committed plogger, it's a brilliant way of looking after your physical and mental health, keeping active, meeting like-minded individuals, while at the same time having a positive impact on your local community and also the planet.
These are my new heroes.
Is this not awesome?
That's the way to go. I mean, you're out there, there's litter, you're getting exercise, you're picking up litter. Beautiful.
And you don't need a lot of gear. You just got to be, well, and with that, I would think that it builds your power because there's resistance now. You've got either a backpack full of garbage or a bag full of garbage that you're carrying. And a relative got a 25-pound vest for Christmas so that it would increase his stamina from walking.
That's
Seems
nice.
like he could just, put some cat litter on his back, but no, it's very cool to have.
It's all balanced in the vest.
That's the whole idea, is that it doesn't blow your back out.
Hey, how about that spider monkey from the other story? His sentence is he has to pick up trash.
Oh,
I'd love to see
there you go.
monkeys
Well, you've always
doing
been
that.
a proponent of animals doing jobs.
Yeah, get them out there. They want to do something else than sit there and throw their poo.
Thank you. do we want to do the giveaway? Do you want another story? What do you want?
What do you have another one?
I have one more story.
All right.
Let's see what I got for you. Finally. Oh, here. This is a good one. 7 people in Russia have been ordered to pay fines for, quote, looking too gay in public. The individuals were detained during a raid on a nightclub in the city of Tula earlier this year, or I'm sorry, early last year, really early this year. Those arrests are part of a recent crackdown in Russia on Russians, quote, trying to arouse interest in non-traditional sexual relations. It's part of an even larger effort to promote traditional values while encouraging marriage and starting a family.
They looked too gay.
Well, and so I'm like, please tell me, what did they look like? And one of the individuals was wearing cross strips of electrical tape over their nipples. So
okay, yeah, that could be a lot of
X
things.
marks the spot.
Yeah, that sounds like that international Mr. Leather that I run into a few times by accident.
Right, right. When is it this year, Gary?
I don't know.
Let me check.
It's usually around Memorial Day weekend somewhere.
Lordy.
All right.
Yeah.
The new calendar from Project K9Hero.org. They got this calendar that if you buy it, it helps Jason Johnson and his sanctuary in Tennessee. He takes in these dogs that have retired from the police departments and TSA around the country and cares for them for the rest of their lives. Some of them have to retire very early in their life because of whatever reason, and there's no program by our government to take care of these dogs. Jason has started doing this many years ago, thank God, and he gets his funds by you buying calendars and his other merchandise to take care of these dogs. And we are featuring one dog every month, and this is our January dog. And Alan, the print is too small for me to read, but you have the better eyes.
And a better zoom lens on the computer.
Yes.
And before I read it, courtesy of Roberto and in memory of Bart, Leslie's prize package will also include, I guess probably by a separate mailing, one calendar and one lapel pin from K9 Hero.
Yeah.
And yeah, that honors Roberto's dog Bart, who died this past year and was a great dog and retired from the TSA, and Roberto adopted him and took care of him all these years. So, and Project K9Hero.org helped Roberto with the expenses that he incurred for Bart.
And so the January dog is MPC Andy, multi-purpose canine Andy. Andy honorably served with the United States Army's Special Operations Command in the Elite 5th Special Forces Group, where he specialized as a tracking, apprehension, and explosives detention dog. During his highly decorated service, MPC Andy participated in 3 combat deployments to Iraq and other undisclosed or classified missions. MPC Andy led teams of Green Berets during dozens of special operations missions and direct action raids, and put himself in harm's way time and time again to make sure that American lives were saved. In his retirement, his medical needs totaled approximately $800 per month. We were honored to serve him with his medical care after his faithful service to our country.
Yeah, that's what Jason does with these dogs. They're doing things that humans can't do, and they're saving our lives. So let's take care of them for the remainder of their lives. All right. And we are almost at the top of the hour. ProjectK9Hero.org. That's where you go to give your pledges of whatever you want to do as a donation or buy some of the merchandise. We're at the top of the hour.
News,
about
traffic, weather,
and sports and everything else you don't need for 15 minutes. And then we're going to hit that.
We got 35 seconds.
Oh, we got time.
The delay. Yeah. You got enough time to do another spot.
Spot of what?
I don't know. I can put up your ad here.
You're here. Yes, we'll take ads. We have openings. Okay. Brian and Alan are in concert with the background of the show, as far as if Alan can't do it when he's traveling, Ryan fills in, and Ryan does a good job too. But Alan is the architect of all this, and we thank him for that. He's done a great job for the last 5 years.
There we go.
There it is.
Including the fact there.
And gave us those magnets to give away, which we're going to do right now. Alan, you want to hit the button?
Let me add that to the screen. I still have the Canine Hero calendar loaded. Let's put the giveaway up. There's the giveaway.
Here we go.
Giveaway music.
Bum-bum. I don't know what's in the prize package because I had to step away, but I'm sure it's good.
Well, you can watch the rerun.
Tim Sal. I think he's the one that told us to get the bread and milk.
Really? Well, thank you, Tim.
And Alan, tell Tim what he should do.
Tim, send your mailing address to Garry Meier Show at GarryMeier.com or text it to 773-888-2157. Regular charges apply. Leslie will go down to the post office and get that stuff out to you. I actually went to a post office today, and it wasn't too crowded, which was nice.
Well, it's over. All the mailing and whatnot is over.
Well, there's people returning stuff.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I'm kind of looking forward to the Golden Globes because I have hopes that this Nikki Glaser is going to plow through some of these celebrities. We'll see, because that's what the reason she's doing it is because she plowed through Tom Brady. So let's see if she brings that on Sunday. That's all I got.
Be mean. They deserve it.
Be mean or go home. That's what my bumper sticker says. All right, here comes the cannoli down the aisle. It's complimentary and delicious. Please take it. What about the schnauzer this 1st January weekend, Leslie?
Well, as we discovered, those folks living in the northern part of the United States of America are going to be experiencing some actual winter weather. So bundle up that schnauzer. You do not want that thing frostbit.
No. Warm it up as best you can. We'll see you on Monday. It's 3 in the green. The gear is down. The flaps are down. The voice of the globe, America's podcast, the GarrForce, has landed.
And that's all the news and nonsense for this week, GarrForce. Thank you for streaming.
If you like that, I got other stuff I think you're going to like. This is the GarrForce.
Please be sure to like and share the show on all of your social networks.
More eyeballs.
If you're not already a subscriber, show your support by subscribing to GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel. For those watching a replay, that button is right here. All the rest of our episodes, right here.
Boom.
Hello?
Shakalaka.
Did you click something?